The Milwaukee Bucks may need a major shakeup before the trade deadline if they want to compete for another NBA championship. Or, at least, that's what their current 4-game skid would have us believe. Milwaukee is not only experiencing a 4-game losing streak, but one of the worst months of basketball in the Mike Budenholzer era. Surprisingly, they're struggling the most when Giannis Antetokounmpo is on the court. That's a story for another day. Today's story is about scouring the NBA for potential trade targets. These players are both available from their respective teams and have salaries that could be matched by Milwaukee in a deal. The who and what the Bucks would send back is out of the scope of this series. After taking a look at 10 guards who could be available for a trade, here are 12 forwards and/or wings. Will Barton, wing. If Washington is looking to improve their bench depth, the Bucks could potentially interest them in a 2 or 3-for-1 deal in exchange for Barton. The veteran wing is having a down season from an offensive efficiency standpoint, but would provide Milwaukee with some decent shooting. He also has the size the Bucks are likely looking for in a backup wing. Bogdan Bogdanović, wing. The Bucks are obviously attracted to Bogdanović, as they previously tried to acquire him before the NBA blocked it. After missing the first 22 games of the season, he's returned over the last month and has been playing very well. He would add shot making and shot creation to the Bucks, as he's a sharpshooter from behind the arc and sufficient in pick and rolls. His defense would be the biggest question mark. Matching salary would be difficult. But first, if you are new to the Bucks News channel, take advantage and subscribe so you don't miss the latest news that happens in the world of basketball. We are always bringing you firsthand here. Enjoy and like this video, so that YouTube continues to bring you the latest Bucks news in the world of basketball. Josh Hart, wing. Hart would be a curious addition for the Bucks. He doesn't shoot the 3-ball particularly well, nor does he shoot it often. He's more of a grinder around the basket and would give them additional toughness. He can also hold his own on defense, which is where he'd draw the most interest from Milwaukee. Kelly Oubre, wing. Oubre is a prime trade candidate for the Bucks if Charlotte is willing to move him. He would provide good defense and size on the wing, allowing Jrue Holiday to focus more on offense. He has swagger and attitude that would be welcomed in Milwaukee. The downside: he shoots a lot of threes, 7.4 attempts per game, with low success, 30.8%. I trust Budenholzer to rein him in. Dorian Finney-Smith, forward. There's no telling what's going on in Dallas, but if they decide they need to blow it up and rebuild around Luka Doncic, Milwaukee should call about Dorian Finney-Smith. Finney-Smith provides good defense and does all of the little things. He could join Giannis Antetokounmpo in a small ball lineup or slide down and play the 3 alongside him. Bojan Bogdanović, forward. Bogdanovic's salary presents a difficult path to any trade, but he's rumored to be available, so I included him on this list. He's a tough, hard-nosed player on both ends of the court and would provide a nice boost for the Bucks. However, he may be a bit too similar to Joe Ingles. Taurean Prince, forward. The Minnesota Timberwolves are as unpredictable as anyone, and there's no telling what they'll do as they sleepwalk through this season. Prince still has 2 years left on his contract and is currently dealing with a shoulder injury that will keep him out at least another week. Still, he's a provocative candidate at the forward position given his defensive toughness and offensive efficiency. Jay Crowder, forward. We've covered Jay Crowder ad nauseum and there's not much else to say. It appears teams are taken aback by his unwillingness to play for a championship contender and wonder what it could mean if he joins their squad. Justice Winslow, forward. Winslow is currently out with an ankle injury that will keep him out until around the middle of January, making any potential trade unlikely at this point. When he's healthy, he's an intriguing blend of playmaking and defense from the forward position. He'd bring a new skill to the Bucks. Doug McDermott, forward. McDermott is the Bucks guy if they're simply looking for someone to get McBuckets. He's a flamethrower from outside and is savvy enough to get points from other areas on the court. He doesn't provide any defense and would be a major target on that end. Kyle Kuzma, forward. Kuzma's name has spent a lot of time swirling around trade rumors this season. His salary is workable in a trade with the Bucks and he has a player option for 2023. He's enjoying a breakout scoring campaign in Washington and would help the desperate Bucks offense. Pascal Siakam, forward. I saved the best for last. Any trade for Siakam would mean one of Chris Middleton or Holiday would have to be dealt. I don't think the Bucks nor the Raptors are willing for that big of a shakeup. However, that's outside of the scope of the article. Siakam could reportedly be had for the right price, and he'd be a nice fit on offense and defense next to Antetokounmpo.